I would come on and say hi. It is Saturday. I was trying to think. Okay, Saturday. Saturday what? It is Saturday the 13th. So I'm just going to wait a minute. So really I wanted to test out the new live feature, because now that I am at 1,000 subscribers, I can use the live on YouTube. So let's see if that is true. Well, it looks like it's working. I don't see anybody coming on yet, so we'll just give it a few minutes. Hi, Tiffany. How are you doing today? I'm trying the live on, you're tired? I'm trying the live feature on YouTube. Now that I'm at 1,000, I can, hi Regine, use that feature on YouTube. So I'm trying it out. See if the quality is any better, or the volume and all that stuff. So, hi Kim, how are you doing? It looks great. Okay. Hi June. The volume is great too. Awesome. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. Super glad to hear that. I think the next time I go on live, I'm going to try it with this phone and see how the volume is with it. Because I'm still using my old device with the microphone connected to it. So, are you done with your yard sale, Tiffany? Oh, that's funny. Kim was just talking to Tiffany and she said I was on. I think you're right, not backwards. Let me read something. That's from Tiffany. I'm not sure what she's referring to. The yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Looks kind of far away, but oh, you're on your new computer and my video doesn't look backwards. Well, that's good. How about let me how does this look? Can you read that? Yep. Yep, you can read it. Awesome. Kim got her aunt's memory quilt top done. Awesome. Hi, Nancy. You just popped in for a minute. Well, it's great to see you. Yeah, Tiffany says, heck yeah, it's the right direction. Doing something good. Now, I want to find out if you can hook up multiple devices. Tiffany, you might know that. Can you do multiple devices on YouTube Live? I'll have to find out. Kim just has to back it with fleece and sew it together. Awesome. Oh, good. The yard sale is over. Oh, only with Streamlabs? Okay. All right. So you're kind of in the same predicament. Um, yeah, I came on for a little while last night when you were trying to get all that straightened out. Nancy's getting snow. Is that in Wisconsin? We got snow a couple of days ago, and then it all melted. And it's supposed to be like 50 here today. Oh, Kim's getting her Christmas decorations out already. Good for you, Kim. I was thinking about it because I've seen a lot of people talking about getting their Christmas decorations out. I thought that would make it kind of cheerier. Yeah, all our snow pretty much melted, so, but we're supposed to get more. Let's see, Tiffany says, I think I had a setting off. That is why I had camera freezing. I will figure it out. It takes some time. It does take some time, doesn't it? June is getting the rain over the snow. Kim says it's 41 there today and supposed to be again tomorrow. So the other thing I notice is that it doesn't post the comments up on the screen like my other device did. Oh, hi. Dora Lynn. Dora Lynn, is that right? Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've seen you here. Welcome. Tiffany has two cameras to hook up, and one is on the laptop and also with codes. I can do my cell phone as well and have mobile video with the Longarm and just need to play with it and learn more. Yeah. Tiffany needs food. Anybody want to buy her Taco Bell? I would love to if I was down there. All right. Yes, welcome to the channel. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, say hi again, and I'll shout your name out. I think I got everybody. Looks like it. So I'm just having a cup of tea. Hi, country gal. How's it going? Good to see ya. Got a little snow yesterday. Tonight, tomorrow, we're going to get a lot more snow. It is Wisconsin weather. Yeah, it's cold here too. It's been more like foggy. The sun was out for a little while today, but see if you can't really see outside. I got lots of curtains up over there. Trying to keep the cold out. Hi, Kay. How's it going? Good to see ya. The other thing I wanted to do was talk a little bit more about that, the Floss wallet that I worked on last time. We had a little bit of interruption, and it took me a little bit longer to sew it during a live than I thought it would. So now I have a bunch of them ready. So I thought I would just talk about that because I know there's been some people wanting a video on that. So if you guys don't mind, that's what I'm gonna do. And then yeah, you could like work on your whatever you're working on. I know what Kim's working on. I know what Tiffany's doing. Well, Tiffany, that's pretty early to stop your yard sale. So we usually go until about 5 o'clock. What are you working on today, Kay? Oh, she just said, I have to finish a baby quilt this weekend. Oh, Saturday is the dead days. Okay. Are you doing it again tomorrow on Sunday? We used to always get really busy right after church. All the church people come up and go looking at yard sale stuff. Well, I'm glad I finally can use the YouTube live feature. So once I figure it out, I might be able to get it to work a little bit better. Around there is for yard sale Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay. Around here, they usually do Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday. But okay. So remember last time I've been working on these Floss Wallets. And I'm using these for cross stitch, but you know, there's probably some other things you could use them for. Like, I don't know. I was talking to the ladies down in our sewing group, and they had some other ideas. Like, you know, you could probably use it for the feet for your sewing machine. You know, don't put this little thing in there, but you could use, you know, put your feet for your sewing machine in there. Might be able to use it for like makeup. I don't know, like lipsticks. Then you could just roll it up, you know, take it with you. So the type of floss bobbins I use are these little ones, and they're paper. So if you have the bigger bobbins like this for your floss, they're quite a bit bigger. You're going to have to make your stitches a little bit further apart. And right now I'm doing like 1 3/4 thereabouts stitch apart, and that fits the little bobbin. And it does actually fit the bigger bobbin too, but it's really, really snug, and it rubs on the stitches. So I would do at least 2 inches apart. If you do that, you're going to have to refigure out your measurements, and you might have to make this whole wallet just a little bit bigger and able to get 24 of these in there. So I don't, because these don't have the little spot for your thread, you know, the little catchers here, is one reason why I don't use these very much. Plus, they're really slick, and so it's hard to write the number on there. So anyway, this wallet is for the little ones. But if you just do a little bit of math, you can make it fit those bigger ones. All right. So I did want to mention that. Hi, Mary Jane. How are you today? All right, so what you need to make one of these is you will need 2 prints that are 10 by 12. So you want 10 tall and 12 inches wide. And you'll need 2 prints that are 10 by 12. Okay? Then you will also need a piece of batting that is 10 by 12. Okay? Then, so on the inside, you're picking out the fabric that something that you like on the outside, like this is really pretty. And then on the inside, you might want to pick some sort of fabric that doesn't have a lot of design on it. Just color, because these strips are going to go across there. All right, so it's going to kind of cover up your background fabric. But I ran out of this line, so I'm using both of the sewing machine ones. This will be my outside, and the pink will be my inside. All right, so you have those. The next thing you're going to need for this project is you're going to need to make 4 strips that are 3.5 by 12. Okay, these are going to hold your bobbins in. So make your strips something that you like, something pretty. Need 4 of those, 3.5 by 12. And then you're going to need 4 strips that are 2 by 12. 2 by 12. And this is going to be your binding strips for these. Okay? Thanks, Nancy. So once you get those cut out, the one that is 3.5 by 4 or 3.5 by 12, you want to iron it in half. So all you need to do is iron it in half, press it in half. I'm going to bring this camera up just a little bit closer. I got such a mess. Whoop. That just crashed. All right. Then on the ones that are 2 by 12, you're going to want to also iron those in half, but then you're going to press them again. So after you do the half, you're going to bring that side in, press it in towards the middle, and both sides press them in towards the middle. So both your raw edges are inside, and then fold it over, and that gives you a nice little binding strip, and press that down nice and firm. Okay? So get all those ready. The other supply that you're going to need is now I'm just using this ribbon that went around the fat quarter bundles that I got from Creative Notions, and I just cut them in, the strip lengths that I want in order to tie a bow. Tie that in a bow, okay? So whatever length you want. Mine happened to be about, let's see, oh, about 9.5 inches. Hi, Patty. All right, so you need a couple of those. And then also, I didn't get another one out, but you might want to get, if you want to have like a place to hang your scissors, like put a scissor fob thing, you might want to get a little piece of ribbon that you can fold in half. So I'll show you that after a bit. So have some ribbon that you can use. Now the other thing I decided, the other change I made to this was, and I forgot to bring the other ones back up, but I was using, well, like this one had a heart. One of my wallets I made, I used batting. And after using, hi Kathy, after using it for a little while, I decided that I'm not going to just use batting for this inside piece here because the batting lifts off and it kind of makes a mess. So don't do that. What I'm going to use is either some fleece, some nice soft fleece. The other thing I decided was in one of my bags, I just did the fleece without a background on it, and it was really flimsy. So I'm not going to do it that way anymore. I want it to be a little stiffer. So what I've done, I ran out of stabilizer. So if you have stabilizer, you could use stabilizer, but I ran out. But what I did have was this fusible fleece. So I'm going to use that for this little inside piece, okay? And this little inside piece is, oh, mine is 7 by 6, or 6 by 7, 6 by 7. But you can make that any size you want. It doesn't have to be that big, or maybe you want it to be bigger. But for me, I think that size is going to work because this is just going to have little pieces of floss, laying there that I might use next. All right. So, figure out what size you want. But like I said, mine is 6 by 7 inches long, and a piece of fabric that is that also. All right. The other supply you're going to need is something to make a little spot to put your needle. And this is just colored fleece, or you could use wool. And I cut mine out in little squares. They're 2.5 square. And then I cut a heart out. And what I did was I fold this in half like this. And then I cut a heart out of the triangle. Okay. So I'll do that in a little bit. Let me check the messages and see if there's any questions. Okay, you guys got that so far? Chocolate. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, that would make a cute gift. You could put little chocolates in there. If you know somebody who's a stitcher, wouldn't that be fun? Extra bobbins for your sewing machine. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Nancy. Well, that soup sounds really good, Cam. It needs more chicken. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Nancy loves the bag. Extra bobbin chocolate. Yep, I read that. I said hi to Patty. Patty is 9 days released from injury. Can you say heck yeah? Heck yeah. All right, good. Um, Thumbs up, yeah, thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Remember to hit that bell, or a bill, whatever. So you'll be notified when I go live. Because I go live randomly, right? Oh, I hope you get to feeling better, Kathy. I'm doing good right now. My feet are kind of cold. I can't have the heater on while I'm filming because it's too noisy. Tiffany's going to hunt some food down. Yeah, would you post the recipe? I love soup. You could do it in the Facebook group. That'd be awesome. Okay, no questions on this project so far? Okay, so that's basically the supplies you're going to need. I think I caught everything, okay? 2 prints, 10 by 12, piece of batting, 10 by 12, 4 strips at 3.5 by 12, 4 strips at 2 by 12. Then you also need one piece of fabric that is 6 by 7 and a piece of fleece or felt or whatever you want to use for this piece. All right. And then something for your little hearts. And then also some ribbon. Or you can make your own strips. You know, you could do like these strips and use those for your ties. So whatever you want to do. All right. So the next thing is you're going to want to do is take your 2.5-inch strips, or 2-inch by 12, and after you've pressed them, and iron them onto your 3.5 by 12-inch strips that have been pressed. And not iron them on, but sew them on. I can't talk today. And you want to sew them on the raw edge side of this strip. So the folded edge is over here, and the raw edges are inside there. So then you're going to do, I did like a little less than 1/4 inch, and I just followed that line all the way down. So you're going to want to do that to all 4 of those, okay? Then after that, you're going to take the inside piece of fabric and make sure it's at whatever direction you want it to be. And you are going to start at the bottom after you have sewn your binding on there. But I'm just going to show you. These haven't been sewn yet. You're going to start at the bottom here, and you are going to start at 1/2 inch up. So get yourself a little ruler. Hi, Tony. Get yourself a little ruler and go 1/2 inch up, and then line that up, and then pin it or clip it, whichever you want to do. And I always check the middle too. So, and then a 1/2 inch up. Hi, Vicky. 1/2 inch up. Okay, so pin those down. You know, you could go ahead and sew this on if you want to, or you could take your next ones. Just pretend that I've already sewn these binding strips on there. Or take the next one and get that lined up, and then you can do them all at the same time. So the next one up is going to be 3/8. So just bring that down to 3/8. Pin or clip. Check the middle. And then the outside here. Okay, you're going to do that 2 more times. This one, the next one is going to be the same thing, 3/8 away from that one. And this one is going to be the same thing, 3/8 away from that one. And you're going to have about an inch, well, let's see how much. About 1.25 inches from the top, it looks like. Yep, about 1.25 inches from the top. Okay, so now what you're going to do, after you get those all set down on there, is you're going to sew 1/4 inch from on this side all the way down, 1/4 inch all the way down on that side, and then you're going to sew each one of these at the fold mark. And I did about 1/8 inch on the bottom of these. Okay, I'll do all 4 of those, and then what you have all right, hold on. So after you get all those sewn on, I should have done one more. One more that was done at this point. All right. So I always forget to do this, and then I end up doing it on the outside. But take your ribbon, put it in there like so. You want to be kind of in the middle, so it'll be about the 5-inch mark, because this is 10 inches up. Put that there. Put the other ribbon on the other side. That way when you sew that down, you'll catch that in there. Or you can do what I did and sew it on the outside too. So, all right. The next thing you're going to do, so I'll just leave those in there. So you got that all sewn down. You sewed every strip down like that way. You got your ribbons in there. Also at this point, if you want to do like a scissor fob ribbon right here, you could go ahead and do that. And I would just kind of put it up there where you would like it to hang your scissors on. I wouldn't have it that. Maybe put it right here. Don't put it right in the middle, but off to the side, about an inch from the middle. And then you'll sew that down too. So all of that will be on the inside of there. Then, now pretend I took those clips off. Then what you're going to do is put your outside fabric over the top, line it up, put your batting on the top of that, line it up, and then you're going to do 1/4 of an inch all the way around the whole thing. And I leave about 3-inch opening up here on the top. That way I can get in there and get everything out easier. Okay, so you've sewn, let's say you've sewn your 1/4 of an inch all the way around. All right, I've sewn my 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and I have about 3 inches or so there in the opening. Then you want to cut off the corners, and be careful when you do that. Don't get too close to your thread, and you know, trim up anything on the edges. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to reach inside and start working all that out. And see why I like to have that big of a hole? Because I can get my hand in there. And I'm going to push all that out. This one's really pretty. I like this fabric. And I'm going to push out those corners. Whoop. Got that one flipped. Okay. All right. Isn't that one pretty? And that's the back. Then I'm going to get a poking device. Just so happens that I have this cute little one here. And I'm going to go in there and push those corners out. And you want to be really careful doing that you don't push too hard, because you don't want to poke through that fabric. So you want to do that to every corner. Alrighty, push those all out. And you want to iron this down, make it nice and flat. You can even push those seams out. Okay. Now, I like to press it before I iron that. So let me check my iron, and I will see if there's any questions. Vicky made meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and gravy with corn. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, the next few days it's leftovers. She's not going to cook. Well, I love meatball sandwiches, or meatloaf sandwiches are good. They're some of my favorite food. I'm going to heat up my iron. Let me move this project out of the way so I can iron. Don't want to melt that. Hi, Nita. Hi, Netta. How's it going? Glad you guys stopped in. I'm making a, I don't know if anybody told you, I'm making a floss bobbin holder. So I do cross stitch and, you know, these little bobbins that you put floss on. I'm making a wallet that will hold those. Here's one that I've already done. And they just slide in like that. And then I put them in my project bags. Oh, Kim told you. Okay, great. Thanks, Kim. Yep, Nita said it too. That's what I'm doing. Oh, and meatloaf sandwiches are awesome. Oh, 12 pieces of bacon. Gee whiz, Tiffany. Yes, I call it a floss wallet also. Have you made one yet, Nita? My dog is barking. Sorry about that. She heard a car going off. Okay. I am going to iron that down. This one's really pretty. I like the fabric on this one. And I got two more cut out over there to do. And then that other one, I did 4 cutouts yesterday. And then I cut out 3 project bags. So I need to get the vinyl cut for those. I thought maybe tomorrow I would make the project bag. If you guys want to do that again, or we could make something else. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is, now you can iron this if you want, but I'm just going to fold it in. So fold in that top, make yourself a seam. The batting makes it a little difficult, so I'm just going to pin the first layer. Or you could clip it, that might be easier. Clip it. Turn it around. And I'd like to kind of make those, try to even those up. Just clip them there. Okay. And then you will sew like I just do a whole stitch across the whole top of it, like 1/8 of an inch. And you could go ahead and do that all the way around if you want to. I don't. I just do the top. So I'll sew that really quick. I hope the sewing machine isn't too loud. I gotta get my thread out of there. Okay, now you got that. Next thing you want to do, now one of the reasons why I'm going to show you this is because we all sew differently. Even though we started out with 12 by 10, you know, if you did a 1/2 inch on the sides when you sewed around there, you're not going to end up with the same measurements as me. So what I do is I am going to fold that in half. Now you can mark this with a pen if you want to, but I'm just going to use my friction pen, and I'm just going to mark the inside of that, like so. So I'm marking the center. And then I am going to, oops, I got too much stuff on my workspace. I'm going to mark down the center. I'm just making sure I am squared up, which I appear to be. I'm going to use my friction pen again. Now, if I was selling this wallet, I might use the water-soluble one and then markings off with water. Now, here again, if you're using the paper bobbins, these small paper ones, you will want your lines to be at least 1 3/4 inch apart. Yep, at least 1 3/4 inch. But if you're using the big ones, or maybe you want to use both, then I would just go ahead and do the measurements for this one, and I would go at least 2 inches. That might mean, though, that your last one on this end isn't going to be 2 inches, but you could always use that for something else, you know. Also, you can just fold your floss in half and stick it in there like that. In fact, I don't have it up here. I'll show you in a minute. So for me, I'm using those little ones, so my measurement is going to be 1 3/4. So this wallet is like 11 and a quarter by probably 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half. Okay. The other thing you could do is do the math. Let's see. I know you do eat lots of bacon, Tiffany. Oh, good. Nita's focusing on a birthday project. Oh, great. Kim says she's definitely going to make a couple of them, one for her and one for her sister in Texas. Patty is starting dinner. The pattern is the video. I made this up. This is my pattern. And so you'll just have to come back and watch the video. But, you know, you can skip along and do whatever. I might write a pattern for it. But that'll probably be a couple of weeks to a month before I get it written out. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and make all my marks across here. And again, 1 3/4. And I like to make sure I'm fairly even some, you know, on the bottom and the top. And then just flip that over and 1 3/4 the other way. Yeah, I got really tired of my floss just hanging out in my project bag. And so I'm like, I got to come up with something. This is driving me crazy. I can't stand all this floss just being messy like that. Okay, so then you're going to sew down each line that you drew, like I did on this one. So you'll end up with 24 slots for your bobbins. Okay. Then after you do that, how I made this little holder, now I use this for little pieces of floss. After I've cut it off the bobbin, then you always have a little bit when you're working on the project. And I just roll it up and put it on here. And then I put my needles here. Now, I might sew a little piece right here for, you know, like a little ribbon right here hanging down so that I can hook my scissors on it. But I can do that after the fact. It's no big deal. But when I think when I write the pattern out, I will include that. Okay, so this is that little piece here. Okay. And it is 6 by 7. And I cut out a piece of that fusible fleece. And then I sewed 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Now, when you're using the fusible fleece, you want the sticky side to be face down, and the soft side, think of the soft side, the non-sticky side, as the pretty side up, like your fabric. And then your fabric is pretty, this top one is pretty side down, just like you're putting a piece of fabric together. But to make sure the glue is on the outside, sew it around, leave a little opening there so you can turn this inside out. Be sure and cut off your corners, okay? And then you'll turn this inside out. And of course, when I leave an opening, I always backstitch those openings. If you don't, you're going to rip your fabric. So be sure and backstitch those. Okay, then you're just going to work on getting all that out of there. Push your corners out. I don't want to push too hard on that fusible fleece because I'm afraid I'm going to go through it. So that wouldn't be good. I'm just trying to be careful. Get those corners out. Just nice and softly. Okay. Hey, that one get back in there. Here. And press that down. Then you're going to want to sew that opening. And you can hand sew that if you want to. I'm just going to do like I did the other one and do a quick 1/8 of an inch. All the way across. Alright, now you can go ahead and iron that. Sorry guys. Okay, now you're going to iron it. And I use some steam because I'm gluing those down. Gluing that down, right? Press it real good. And then I'm just going to let that cool off for a minute. Okay. So there that is. And then I'm just going to put that in half. And give me a little press line there. And then that line you made, you're going to line that up so that that's right in the middle. And then you're going to sew that down right there in the middle of the whole project bag. And when you do that, before you do that, go ahead and grab your little heart for your needle and put it in the middle also, and that way you can just sew them at the same time. That guy's a little too big for this one. I'm going to fold him back up and cut him just a little more. Just cut it just like we did when we were in school, when we were kids, making hearts. All right, so make sure that's centered. Put that in the center also, and then sew your line down all the way down to here. All right, and there's your little bag. Now, if you didn't put your ties on the inside, like I showed you earlier, go ahead and sew those on now. And what I do is I just fold this in half this way, find my center, and then just sew a little ribbon right across there. Okay? Are there any questions that anybody has? Now you could make this with a zipper, you know, but that's a lot more work than I want to do. Or you could make it with snaps. I thought about doing that. But if you do it with snaps, then you're going to have to make this a little bit bigger, or you're going to lose one of your sections here because your snaps will be in the way of your bobbins. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, neat. Awesome. She's doing those turtles. Netta. Those are so cute. Hi, Practically Creative. How you doing? Let's see. Oh, it's your birthday too? Well, happy birthday, Netta. Awesome. Happy birthday to you. You don't want me to sing that. Okay. I'm doing very well today. Thank you. Let's see, they're talking about long arming. Kim's watching TeresaLouise. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do today is get that quilt on the long arm. Get it done. After I put the borders on it, now I can't use that Winnie the Pooh backing, which is sad because I really wanted to use the Winnie the Pooh backing, but I don't, it's not wide enough. I don't have enough of it to sew another strip on. I could take the two borders off. I thought about that, cutting the borders down. I might do that because I really want to use that Winnie the Pooh backing. Oh, you haven't? It's pretty. I have the master bedroom upstairs. So it's the biggest room in the house besides the family room in the basement. Well, did you guys see that I hit 1,000, right? Yay! That means I can go live on my cell phone. And I could moderate or monetize my channel, but I'm not planning on doing that. Well, the Winnie the Pooh fabric is minky, so I don't really want to sew like a cotton onto the to add to a border. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, June. Thank you, Practical. I'm sorry. What's your name? If you don't mind letting me know. I think you told me once before, but if you tell me this time, I'm going to write it down. Um, so I'm thinking about if I reduce this border here to like a 1 inch. Oh, Melissa. Oh, great. Thank you. Um, I might be able to make that Winnie the Pooh backing work. And then it'll just be a little more narrow, but still be long. So okay. um, Tiffany thinks I should because it will be like $20 or more dollars a month in fabric money. Mine was about $55 at first, and it almost paid the internet bill. Yeah, I remember that, but um, weren't you around 3,000 subscribers or something like that? You know, when you were doing that? I don't know. I really hate ads. I don't like watching ads on other people's channels. So, I don't know. You think I should too? It's under your YouTube settings to change it. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, is it under your, oh, I think it's under your Google settings, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's your Google account, or that's where it takes you to is your Google account. Because I used to have, my name used to be BNT Auto Plus, and I could not figure out how to change that at all. Um, so finally, I just made another account or added an account. So I still have uh, BNT Auto Plus. That's me and my husband's initials. Um, Plus, we had a lot of automobiles at the time, and I was going to do videos about those automobiles for him, and that never happened. But if I do them, I'm going to put them on that channel and not this channel. Anyway, I still have both channels. Well, I'll have to look, but I still think when you go to manage your account on YouTube that it takes you to Google, but I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong. um, I thought Stephanie was going to come on today. Oh, Tiffany says, the more videos, the more you make, and it don't matter if you have ads or not, service, because you get a percentage of premium accounts. Yes, they are related. YouTube and Google is related, definitely. Okay. Sounds good, Tiffany. Yeah, I need to do some more videos for sure. Um, oh, you have one video, Melissa. Um, what kind of video is it? Oh, yeah, right. Well, I thought Tiffany, or not Tiffany, Stephanie was going to go on it too, and I waited, and um, I thought, well, I guess something happened. I hope she's okay. She's, I thought she was going to start doing videos on Saturday at 2 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I'll just go on for a little while and show everybody this wallet again. I don't know how many videos I have. A lot. So, all right, you guys. Um, yeah, it's 3:40. So I think I'll go ahead and um, go off. Oh, yeah, I would love to see that. Um, Melissa says that she should be recording a video now. Her hubby is building an insert table for her Juki. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming by. I'll try and come on tomorrow about 2 o'clock. It depends on how I feel. Tiffany has 400 plus. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you have a lot of videos. I didn't know, Kathy, I didn't know you had that many videos. Huh. I have to go look. I don't usually look back in the videos because I don't really have time. I just watch as the new ones come on. So, all right. So I'm so happy we didn't have any trolls today. I'm shocked. And you know who you are. So I hope he has a good day. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Now I have to figure out how to turn it off. Hmm. I can't afford to be it, so yeah. No, his name is not James. Oh, right. I know. I know. That's why I waited till the end to say that. But yeah, definitely his name is not James. Oh, right. They're busier on the weekend. That's true. That might be. All right, you guys, say goodbye to everybody and happy birthday, Netta, if you're still there. Can't wait to see your turtles. I love those. Good night, ladies. All right, so I got to figure out how to turn this off now. No. Happy birthday. Let's see, that's not it.